Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I'm here with, that's Fiona. Fiona is my Halloween gnome. I really like gnomes, and usually she resides downstairs in one of the guest rooms, which used to be the kids' rooms, and now she's up here for, doing her Halloween thing. So anyway, in the last row, we just weren't quite done. Because, not all the time, because that's a polarized word. I try not to use those. Those don't really exist in reality. Much of the time, when we say, oh, we're so stressed out, we're really anxietied out. And even then, much of the time is because you're not really stressed. You're just not here. You're not in the present moment. And that can be a really tough sell. We're talking about that in the last video, right? That it can be a really tough sell when the present moment isn't fun. I talked about my dear friend Oprah. I know she's not aware of our friendship, and that very frustrating experience was a couple decades ago. We talked about that. I brought up a blown tire at the end of the last one because there's rarely, if ever, a good time for a car to break down or a computer to break, and we get locked into, oh no, the money. I am on my way to somewhere. I have a hot date. I have a job interview. I just started the job, and it's my second day. I have to pick up the kids, I have to, whatever it is, and we get all like, none of that has to do with the actual blown tire, none of it. And we do this, and we get ourselves so amped up. So when we think we're stressed, we're really not present. And we talked about acceptance of the present moment, because Jon Kabat-Zinn, his definition is, which is the best one I've ever heard, stress is wanting the present moment to be something other than it is. Think about weddings, and this doesn't go right, and that doesn't go right. The show must go on. It's going to go on. The wonderful, happy couple is going to enjoy their day. And we get so attached to these outcomes. And we also get attached to future travel, which is anxiety. If you're living in anxiety, I'm not saying it with judgment. We've talked about this. I do lots of reels on anxiety and how to reduce that and rewire for happiness and all that sort of thing. When we're allowing all this future travel to happen, we are literally missing out on our lives. I mean, it's just the truth. It's not with judgment, it's just the truth. Anxiety is very, 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 very common. When we allow ourselves to future travel, or, the Back to the Future, we go backwards and we're ruminating over things that are long since over. We're long since over, we're not present. All of our power is here, right in the moment. It's not woo-woo and cheesy and cliche. It's true. Because when we are really immersed in the moment, 100%, not even 90, but 100% in the moment, it is virtually impossible to be anxious, or let's say stressed. It's mostly talking about anxiety. It's impossible because, here's why it's impossible. Because we've got to have the anxious thought,